Halvar awakens in the cave and wanders around aimlessly, seeking the mysterious elf. He eventually finds the elf and engages him in conversation, which, against all odds, goes well. He provides Halvar with sustenance and treats his wounds. Once Halvar is feeling better, the elf, who introduces himself as Silthis, takes Halvar to a nearby tavern so he can get back to civilization. Sadly, Halvar has no coin and fails miserably to get a free drink with a riddle. But he is entertaining enough that some of the regulars buy him a few drinks. He leaves the tavern, builds a shelter to recover fully, and plans his next raid. He then returns to Bob's town in an attempt to find out more information about goblins. Sadly, the weak and stupid civilized folk do not understand the ways of the berserker and try to cheat Halvar out of goblin killing. This leaves Halvar with no option but to kill the competition to claim the position of Chief Goblin Slayer. Disgusted with the weak humans of Bob's town, Halvar leaves the area and rests up before going goblin hunting. He runs into the caravan, who direct him to more goblins further back. He finds the spot, but instead of goblins, he finds a robed elder man, who Halvar wisely approached with respect. In exchange for chopping firewood, the man agrees to lead Halvar to where the goblins dwell. But when Halvar goes nearby the orchard to chop wood, he finds rotting flesh and bony trees. Halvar does as asked, and soon has a pile of bones, and true to his word, the man leads him into the woods, hopefully towards the goblins. Has Halvar made a new friend? Will Bob's town put out a bounty? Is the man leading him to goblins or doom? Let's find out now on Dicing with Death.
Hello everybody and welcome to Dicing with Death. How you doing today, Ryan?
Doom. It's probably Doom.
Doom.
It's going all right. How are you?
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's nice and warm here, but I got me some coffee and some oatmeal and a swamp cooler pointed directly at me, so I'm happy.
Swamp cooler is just like a damp rag over a fan or something, right?
Sure. I mean, yeah, totally.
Do they actually sell them? You like go down to Walmart and buy a swamp cooler?
Yeah, I mean, it's an evaporative cooler is the more technical term for it, and you get like it's like a piece of foam that's maybe an inch or two wide, and there's a water pump that pulls water from a tray below and lets it on top of this foam, and it slowly leaks through it, and then you got a fan next to that, and so then you blow wet air out, and since it's so dry here, that process takes heat out of the air, and then you get cold air that blows on you, as long as the humidity is low enough. It's basically a damp rag over a fan, but you know, that refills itself, and
if you were really in a swamp, you'd have a damp rag over a fan.
And the interesting thing is it wouldn't work in a swamp because it's too damn humid in a swamp for it to work. So I don't know why they call them swamp coolers. Doesn't really make sense. But they are effective, and they are efficient, and they are very low energy usage because it's, you know, a fan and like the tiniest little water pump you've ever seen. Whereas like a proper AC unit eats power like a motherfucker.
And makes a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Can't stream with that going on.
And it's also then stuck in a window. This thing, it's got wheels. It's hot in here. It's fine. Nighttime, it's hot in the other room. Just put
it on a leash. Take it for a walk.
Unfortunately, its leash is only, I think, maybe 4 or 5 feet long. It's unfortunate. Can't get it far from the house. Yeah. Anyway, unless you have something to update us with or chat about. Who's this man? Who is this man on my map? Is this another Matthew Berger original?
It is indeed.
Oh, was that Uncle Esteban?
It is indeed.
Oh my god, he's here to eat me.
Creepy old wizard.
Oh,
thought,
he's gonna eat me.
I thought Halvar did the eating.
Yeah, but he's got like a tree of bones in his backyard, man, with like flesh on it and shit.
You need to upgrade your landscaping.
I do. All right, where? Guess I should.
Yeah.
I guess you should take it away, Mr. Dungeon Master.
Sure, unless there's anything you want to add to the recap, or
No, I just the only thing I would add is that I enjoy these recaps more and more as time goes on. They've been doing them for years now, and it's become a solid staple of our programming here. It's the recaps from Layla and Chris. So thank you guys as always.
Much appreciated.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna kick it up with some Zingu Nights.
Seems appropriately spooky. I think it is. Is it dark? No. I think it might be dark.
It is dark. Yeah. The sun was setting.
Sun was setting. Were you chopping wood in the dark?
I was doing it right before sundown, and then as I finished up and brought back the things, and then he's like, "Come with me," and I think we set off in the night.
Yeah, is that all right? If that's all right with you, follow this creepy old man in the darkness.
I mean, it's as okay with me as it's gonna be. He's a creepy old man in the darkness. What am I?
Yeah,
you know?
And he tells you that if you want to find goblins, you'll need to get a guide.
Halvar, I thought you were my guide.
I cannot navigate the woods like a true ranger can.
Then what are you doing for me?
He pauses and turns and narrows his eyes at you. Do you want me to take you to the goblins or not?
Yes, I do.
He harumphs and turns around, keeps walking through the woods. It's going to be a long journey. Do you have any conversation, chit chat you'd like to make along the way? You walk in silence.
I'm a little spooked by this guy, so I think maybe I don't have much to say to him.
Okay. Well, you will then walk all night, through the night, back to the road and along the road and south.
That's just a little creepy, but it's fine, right? It's fine.
What's creepy?
Just following an old man silently in the woods all night?
Yeah, I don't know. Halvar's pretty creepy too.
I suppose. Yeah.
And he will lead you, I guess at this point it's right at the fork.
Okay. I follow him right at the fork.
Yeah, west along the road. All night long. And as it approaches sunrise, you will be reaching that tavern at the end of the road. It's actually kind of past the end of the road.
I feel better. I recognize this place.
Yeah, the trail kind of ends, peters out into the woods, and on the outskirts of the dense, thick elfwood is our tavern.
Recognizing this place is a good thing. What were you saying?
Do you have any rations? You just travel all night without eating?
I got nothing left on me on my sheet. I don't have a backpack. They stole all my things.
It's fine, but your stomach is probably rumbling. As sun rises, and we'll find ourselves in the tavern. There's Halvar. Let's see if I can find my wizard again. Robes may have changed colors.
No, they're the same.
And yeah. All right. The music changes as quickly as it began. And how about Reed?
No. No. I don't think Halvar even really... I mean, he must know what letters are, but he certainly cannot read.
Okay.
The scratchings of old, dumb men who think that markings mean more than battle scars. My markings are on my body. I need not mark clay or animal hide.
Behind the bar is a familiar barkeep. I don't know if I like this token for him. I don't know where I found these tokens. I must have loaded them up to Connar.
These are classic free tokens that come with Roll20.
Yeah. Familiar bartender, clad in plaid.
Mm-hmm.
And your companion enters in, leaning against his walking stick, and looks around the. Oh my God! What happened to Halvar?
I clicked a button and I didn't mean to.
And you committed seppuku.
Oh God! I've clicked too many things. I've sort of broken everything. Okay, it's fixed now. It's fine. Fine. Yes, I am here, following the old man, looking around the tavern, recognizing the familiar bartender, hungry, but still following the old man. Creepy bone boy.
Not a boy. The bartender looks at you with recognition. It's Chortles. Hope you brought coin this time.
I sheepishly say nothing and pretend I did not hear him. I cast my eyes in the other direction so that he know I didn't hear him.
All right. And your companion sort of stands here in the doorway, leaning against his staff, looking around. Sorry, his stick. Walking stick.
Yeah.
For a moment, perhaps a moment longer that makes you comfortable. And then his eyes eventually settle on a dark corner of the room. And he... How does he... Let's see. I guess he brushes past you and leads you to that corner table. I guess not a corner. And you see before you, napping in the shadows, is a man, a woodsman, bow on his back, axe at his side.
I give the woodsman a nod of approval.
He kind of wakes up from his chair, or in his chair, with a start, goes for an axe blade, so it looks around suspiciously. Or I don't know if suspiciously is the word. Anxiously.
Hmm.
He looks at you and your bulging muscles and your battle scars, the large steel axe at your waist. Goes for a weapon of his own. What's the meaning of this?
Goblins! Goblins are the meaning of this!
Yeah. He almost doesn't appear to notice your companion, your uncle. And he seems more concerned with you. I think he's sort of stepped back, stood up on guard. He hasn't drawn steel or anything. There's no goblins here. And your companion chimes in. Yes, we're looking to hire a guide.
Are you the guide?
I am a ranger.
You arrange
know
things?
I know these woods better than anyone. I can lead you to and fro. Show you the ways.
The ways to the goblins.
What would you want with goblins?
To slay them. To cut them down. To feel their bones snap between my fingers. To lick the juices from them. Suck out the marrow. Pop their eyes in my mouth. Tie their scalps together with their hair. Butcher them in the streets. And then turn in their ears for coins.
You look half a goblin yourself.
It's very racially insensitive.
Well, you don't look sensitive.
That is correct. I am not offended by your words. But I am most certainly not a goblin.
Well then, if it's goblins you seek, and you have coin, he shrugs, I can take you where you wish to go.
Take me there. And I shall reward you with shared glory from their slaying.
Half first. 2 gold a day.
Did
God.
the old man not tell you you were doing this free of charge?
He looks at you surprised, and then looks over his shoulder to the old man, who kind of shrugs, and then they exchange words that you don't understand. And this conversation goes on for a moment or two. You interrupt or allow them to negotiate, to discuss.
I just stand back and I just listen, wait.
Berkey. All right.
Scatman, have you come to a decision yet?
The old man after this negotiation will reach in his pocket and produce coin. I feel like the cinematic way to do it is to just like reach in his pocket and pull out an unmarked bag and hand it over. But I don't think that makes any sense. So he probably has to pull out a gold coin and hand it over.
Okay. I stand by, watching, waiting, knocking over a chair in the background.
Yeah. Our wayfinder will guide us to your goblins.
Good, good.
Says Uncle. Ishmael, this is Halvar. Halvar? And like,
I give him an appropriate nod of courtesy.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess if all you do is nod, the ranger does not extend a hand. Well then, are we ready to go? And he like looks over to Halvar, whose stomach rumbles.
I have no money to buy food here, so if I don't go out and kill some goblins, I'm not gonna have any food. So I nod and get ready. Get ready to leave the tavern.
Alrighty. And the three of you leave. Your guide picks up a satchel from the ground next to him, slings it over his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And you leave.
All right, head for the door. Halvar's ready.
Let's see if I can use it as a copy and move tokens. I guess it doesn't really matter. Kind of going off grid here.
Where we're going, we don't need grids. Ooh. All
He's
Ranger boy.
huge.
Beauty human. This
Little party you gathered here.
yeah, this Ishmael guy, he's a human ranger.
What do you know of other races? Roll
a good
some sort of
point.
check.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna look to see if he has pointy ears, because I think I kind of divide things into like humans.
That's a
and
roll
elves.
perception.
Yeah, 1d20 plus 13. Do I see pointy ears?
Yeah, you see the point of an ear poking up from his dark hair.
Must be half elf, or half goblin, or yes, something like that.
He is beardless.
Certainly not a dwarf then. Too tall to be a
And
halfling or a gnome.
they were almost certainly speaking Elven.
Maybe half elf, maybe full elf. Either way, leads me to the goblins is a victory.
So, let us set out then. The three of you depart the tavern, the borderline, and head into the woods. A few minutes pass. It's away from the humdrum of the tavern, and you've left civilization long behind. The forest grows thick, and you wouldn't expect there to be a tavern just a few minutes back. This looks like untouched wilderness.
The sun is coming up, you have said?
Yeah, it has probably risen at this point. It is the next day. Are you at full HP, or does your token just get...
I am at full HP.
Well then.
According to all of my sheets. Where are we going, elf man?
He looks to you and I think Shrugs you off. I think he ignores you unless you persist. You persist or
No, if he does not answer, I will not push the subject.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He leads you that day deep into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
You wander. I wander. You follow.
I follow, yeah. I don't think
it's and glade. The whole day. And you won't actually make it to the goblins. But you do. Let's see here. All right, so we gonna roll surprise check for the party. So you are surprised, and Halvar probably has no idea what's going on, but your companions stop with a halt, and your guide looks alert, startled, until you hear a hiss from the woods.
I think I'm going to instinctively draw my axe. There's,
your guide is going to respond. And then you, what is it? How is your axe affixed to your belt?
I think it just, like, my belt goes through belt loops on my pants, and the haft of the axe just sticks through the belt loop, so I just,
Blade exposed?
Yeah, I think the blade is typically exposed.
You draw your axe and are struck with an arrow from your flank.
Ooh.
What is your AC? Let's see.
14.
Surprise. We're looking at like 20. Flank 21. Okay, so it's not a crit. But a hefty blow of 5 points of damage.
All right. 1 5-point wound. Someone's getting their heads cut off.
Yeah. Your guide turns to you. He's like, "The hell are you doing? The hell are you doing?" And
we're being ambushed. Goblins!
If you chance a look at the at your uncle, you see a wide, gleeful grin across his face. And
I think he's ready for battle.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah. Uncle gets it.
You got too many Halvars on this map.
I only see the one. Is there another?
Oh.
Oh, wait. Oh, down here.
One up here. I'll delete this one.
I didn't even see guys at the bottom.
So what was the marching order here? I think it was guide first.
Yeah, probably.
Halvar, then uncle.
Halvar in the middle. Sure.
Guide wasn't really responding to you. I don't know if you...
I think it would probably be more like this. Guide, uncle, Halvar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I will roll 1d10 plus 4 for initiative. Is that right? Plus 4? Plus 4 for initiative. And I'll go so fast. Whatever this thing is that shot me, that whispered in the woods, I'm gonna kill it.
All right. Maybe let's cue some more intense music.
Oh, right. I'm in charge of the music. I always forget I'm in charge of the music.
This is your stream.
I know.
This is your channel.
This is but a skirmish.
All right. A hail of arrows. 2 more hits on Halvar.
Halvar.
How? A 5 and a 6.
Oh. Oh, Halvar needs to rest again. I'm going to be broke forever. Well, at least whatever I attack is going to take buttloads of damage. That 5 and that 6, that wasn't one combined crit for 11, right?
No, it was not. 6 was the highest one you've taken.
Yeah.
And there have been many more arrows, so there are a few arrows stick in the dirt around you.
Mm-hmm.
Your companions look around bewildered. Actually, what was your initiative?
5.
5? Okay, so you go before either of your companions.
Mm-hmm. Point me at the source of the arrows.
Roll a perception check.
Okay. 1d20 plus 13. I did get hit 3 times. So,
Yeah.
in theory, an arrow should be pointing directly in the path of where I got struck from.
You'd think so. I mean, you've got arrows sticking out of several sides. You're not sure if you were spinning.
Mm-hmm.
You may want to change your name from Spectator or to Halvar.
Oh, whoops, I rolled on the
matter.
wrong page. Yeah, I should be rolling.
Well, let's see. Do you want to roll one more perception check?
1d20 plus 13, 29. Is that one for each arrow that hit me?
Notice your guide is slipping into the bushes. Moving forward, but he disappears from sight unless you say something or.
Nope. I assume he's just going to circle around and murder them from behind. But if it's my turn on 5 and I
Your
can't,
turn, and you don't see anyone. In fact, you now see one less person.
I'm going.
You got your uncle in front of you, and your guide has disappeared. And actually, I guess you see the guy looking as if he's gonna flee because it's still your turn.
Right.
You don't see him.
I'm gonna try and find a spot near this spot on the actual map where there's like a tree I can put half of my body against, and then hopefully like tall foliage nearby, and I can sink low. So I'm gonna try and take some cover and spend my round trying to find my enemy, looking for signs of movement or whatever.
I would give you advantage or a reroll on the perception, which you've already taken. So if you want to allow if you want to retcon and say that Ishmael disappeared and you didn't notice where he went, and use that perception roll you just did as your advantage, we can do that.
Yeah, that sounds good, because I don't care about where Ishmael's going at this point.
All right.
Yeah.
So he's gone. So you lean up against this tree, looking around, and then your eyes dart upwards, and you see a figure crouched on a branch, maybe 10 feet overhead, bow in hand, and sort of like, uh-oh, deer in the headlights look. His eyes go wide, staring at you.
Uh-oh.
And you still have actions. I think if you can successfully climb the tree, you can attack or something, but otherwise, or I guess you could throw a thing.
I only have the one sidearm. I don't have... If I throw my sidearm, then I can't get my extra attacks. No, I'm gonna try and just, like, you know, press myself against the tree, or I'm gonna try and, like, make myself as small of a target so that way I can climb the tree and attack next round. Wait, you did say I could climb the tree and attack this round.
You can climb the tree. Yeah. You can attempt to climb the tree now.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna climb the tree.
So I think it's gonna be half your dex, something like that.
1d20 plus 7.
You're not a skilled climber.
12.
There may be some bonuses or penalties, but I think you just can't get purchase on this tree.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got your axe in your hand and you're like refusing to put it away. So you're trying to like climb the tree with one fist and one hand, and you're just like scrambling at the base of this tree.
Did you say half my dex because of the thief rebuild?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It should be a little higher. It should be a third of
calculation.
Dex and strength, but it doesn't matter. Half my dex is better. Yeah. That'd be a third of...
half your dex, or you can recalculate based on whatever.
It should be d20 plus 8 instead of d20 plus 7, actually, Ryan. Okay. So I think I need to get a whole re-roll of the whole die.
No, you keep the die and you can change your modifier if you want.
All right, but, I rolled 13.
There's no should here. You're making up these rules. Even the thief rebuild is made up rules.
All make believe.
All right, your AC is 14 with bonuses. Yeah, that's it. So the archer overhead draws a bow, sort of leans around the branch they're perched on.
No, see, Halvar!
Shoots you for 3 damage, point blank.
God damn it! All right. 3 more damage to me.
There is a bit of a commotion rattling throughout the brush, but I don't know that Halvar has noticed or focused on this.
I guess I'm trying to climb right now, so probably not that focused on it.
Okay. Roll initiative.
Okay. Just trying to find the... there it is. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Need to add that to the overlay. Perfect. Okay. Initiative 1d20 plus 4. Nope, 1d10 plus 4. 6.
Six will have you go first, so you can attempt to climb the tree again.
I will do so. Well, hold on. I'm getting shot. No, it's fine. I can make this. 1d10 plus 1d20 plus 8. God damn. I put my axe away at my belt and I try and scramble up the tree. But Halvar's, it's just not meant to be.
No. Climbing a tree doesn't feel particularly difficult. Do we have...
Well, okay, so if I've got a 17, there are modifiers that could be applied. I did that as a flat.
Why don't we take a look and see?
Okay. Let's see. I'm not encumbered. I'm not... let's see. Is it... Huh. I guess I don't have a tree modifier in here. But an easy to climb rock wall or stone wall usually has like a +6 modifier. Like, wall that's been eroded somewhat.
Yeah, I feel like a tree should be pretty easy to climb.
Yeah, I more or less stole these modifiers from the 2 ebooks and then just like reworded and rearranged them to make more sense. And the one that I didn't move was like lots of ledges, or like they have a specific thing for like trees that I skipped for some reason that I can't remember right now. Abundant handholds brush, trees, and ledges is, according to 2E, raw is plus 40%, which is a plus 8.
Okay.
But I did not add that in there into my list.
Plus 10. I feel like plus 8 is a bit much. So you've got an extra status. You could add a tree status to your thief rebuild. I feel like not 8 seems a bit much.
A 4 maybe?
But yeah, 5 or so.
4 or 5.
Plus natural rock is plus 6.
Yeah, rough rock. You know, a really easy or call it broken up
There's
cliff
a
face.
10-point difference between rough rock and smooth rock. I guess so. Eroded palisade wall plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we can call that a pat. You can climb the tree.
Scramble. Scramble, 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 scramble. And how far up am I when I am adjacent to Witchy Woman?
Only about 10 feet. This is an archer. I just need a very appropriate token.
Okay. That's not bad at all. Then I will stand on the ledge or squat on the ledge or not ledge, branch, like wrap my legs around the branch and bring my axe up and my bowie knife out and make my first roll to hit. I am... Where did I put my thing? I am only 2nd level, so I only have a +1 to hit. So I will slash at her with my axe. Ooh, which is a hit, I believe, I hope.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 11 damage. And then my dagger...
Right. You knock this this archer clean out of the tree. Ah! Splat.
Perfect.
All right, here you are perched in a tree.
I guess I'll just spend the rest of the round looking around from the tree down below, scanning for forms of life in the woods, using my predator vision.
You will see your uncle is flanked by 2 swordsmen.
Oh no. I'm sure he can take care of himself.
They've got a grip. They've got him grabbed, and they are talking in hisses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm kind of trying to drag him away. He's gone. His feet are dragging in the dirt or in the brush.
Mm-hmm.
And he's you do have another attack. Or are you foregoing that?
Well, there's no one adjacent to me, right? I see these guys down here, but I don't want to... how do you call it? I don't want to come down there and only make one attack at them. I'm going to wait until my next action, so I'm not putting myself in harm's way with minimal defenses. I'm sure my uncle can take care of himself. I guess that's the end of my turn.
We need to roll initiative.
Let's do it. Initiative time. 1d10 plus 4. 12. What are they doing?
Oh, it's slow. They're debating what to do with your uncle over here. Let's see if I've got any counter tables. Or sorry, reaction adjusts. See if they lump them in with you, or if they're gonna goblins. GM screen. And then let's see if they won't have noticed you, so you can like think of your actions regardless, or start like describing what you're gonna do.
Well,
So this round will be on your companions.
You said I'm only 10 feet up, so I want to hop up on my branch, run out on the edge of it, and jump down onto one of these guys below me and hack into him with both axe and bowie knife and falling damage onto them.
Yeah, so they appeared to at least... let's see. Yeah, they were at least, they had like stopped dragging him and they were having some sort of conversation with your uncle. And you just take this distraction as an opportunity to jump out of the tree.
This is why humans will always fail. They talk with one another instead of simply murdering everything.
I think we're going to consider this a charge. And
I will slash.
I think if I want to require you to make a check, maybe make a dex check, and if you fail, you will take falling damage.
I fail. I'm gonna take some falling damage, but that's okay. Halvar, he's tanky enough; he can take a little bit of falling damage as he makes his slashing attack at the enemy. 16. 16
will hit. And you can go ahead and roll an extra d6 and add that to both you and the enemy.
Lovely.
Damage.
They'll take 10. I'll take 1.
And then roll your damage.
And my other damage, my offhand attack is 1d20 plus 4.
Hold the phone. What's going on here?
I was rolling my offhand attack.
You only get. Remember, we were tweaking the. Okay, I probably should. Sure, if I should let you go. You should only be getting your rage damage, your damage based on your wounds, if you're frenzied now.
Right. Okay, so that should be 4 damage on the first attack. And I guess I probably shouldn't have killed that person in the tree.
No, but that's fine. We'll just roll that they fell out and the fall killed them or something.
Yeah, I did forget about that.
That's not set in stone, but I think with only 1 point of falling damage, the fall wasn't enough to like. So he'll let go of Uncle and turn to face you, but he doesn't fall or anything.
I will let out a half-orcish roar in his face.
And recording damage. So it's 1 plus. Do you have any damage modifier without rage?
Nope.
So just 4 points of damage.
Yep.
1 plus the 4. Okay. And the other elf will let go of Eastamon, and the two of them poke at you with their swords, one of which will crit. So 20 clears by 5 at least, so we're gonna double that damage. Is it a long or is it a short sword? Let's roll for it. Let's just go with the short sword. That seems more tactical in these dense woods. Oh god. Okay. You're lucky that first one landed on an edge. 7 points of damage on a crit. And you actually, sorry. You can choose, right? So make your saving throw.
Oh, right.
Right, slightly revised.
20.
So make a saving throw versus death.
Total pass.
Natural 20. So it's only 6 damage.
Okay.
Just a regular hit. Although a lethal one at that. And I don't know what firing into melee rules I will use, but the arrow fire has subsided.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And let's roll initiative.
Well, I'm going to rage, so full round action.
Okay. They go slow, but I guess that doesn't matter. Uncle fumbles. He takes up his walking stick and tries to whack the elf over the back of the head with it.
Mm-hmm.
But your enemies see this coming, sort of ducks out of the way, and actually turns his attention back to Uncle. They each make an attack, miss, the glancing blow against your uncle. And then the round ends, and we'll roll initiative.
Right. 1d10 plus 4. I'm slow, but should I go and hit, I will rip people to death. To death? To death.
Yeah. 8 is too slow. Stabby, stabby. Ooh. Uncle jumps back with a start, with a scream, as he takes another cut from the sword. This one misses you, and it is your move.
Right. I will step to the guy right in front of me. 1d20 plus 2 because I'm slashing. 16.
Will hit.
And I do plus 6 on the damage.
Is this the wounded one or not? I think. Which one did you get?
This token hasn't moved from being adjacent to me, so this must be the one I wounded last round.
They were both adjacent to you last round, I think.
Shit,
yeah.
Then I don't know which one moved. If it was the guy who was adjacent to me last round, I would have gotten an attack of opportunity. So, or if either of them was adjacent and moved away,
I think they're still both adjacent to you, actually.
Okay. Then I will opt for the wounded one if I have a choice. Yeah.
For the wounded one?
Yes.
I don't know which one that was. Let's say it was this one. And you do indeed finish off the elf.
I will take my other blade and go 1d20 plus 2 at the other one with a natural 20.
That's a crit. I don't think you're going to need it, but blow this guy up. Oh, God, you don't need it. How?
11? Maybe another d4 in there? I don't know.
This is your knife. This is your Bowie knife?
Yeah.
How does this look? You actually, is there another, there's no extra bonus, is there?
There might be. I don't know what their AC is. Is their AC 12 or less?
No.
So then it's a 3 times damage dice. Okay. So it's the axe sinks into the guy on the left or the guy on the right. Then the Bowie knife comes out, flips out, grabs on the back, and just stabs up underneath the neck, up under the chin, under this soft area right back here where your chin meets your throat. Mm-hmm. Then just upward stab in that direction, and then pull both weapons out. Let the bodies hit the floor.
So that'd be further. So he was facing your companion. So you reached around, but you basically
Oh yeah, it must have been a reach
from behind.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
And he collapses onto Uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Initiative? You're still frenzying.
I should roll a d8 to see how long I frenzy. 6 rounds. See, if I remember early, I get lots of frenzy time. So 1d10 plus 4, 8 as I scan the battlefield looking for the enemy.
You You don't see anything. You can roll a perception check if you want.
Oh, I do. 1d20 plus 13. Scan. 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 I see nothing.
You don't see anything. So what's your reaction in this case?
My reaction is to leap upon the guy next to Uncle and make sure he's dead by hacking into his head and neck a few more times. Never make your enemy can never be too dead, you know?
Okay. Go for it. I guess he's dead. You can. I think you should roll in case you roll like a 1 and you accidentally hit your companion.
There we go. I'm not slashing this time, so that's just probably should be +4 since he's prone. So that should probably be a 22.
Actually, yeah, with the back attack to crim. Anyways, he would have bled out this round anyways. So you make the job easier.
Yes. I will rip into him with this, and then I'll use my offhand attack on him as well.
Now you're just showing off.
And I'll use my extra attack at the end of the round on him as well. And that'll be another 1d8 plus... I'm sorry. That'll be another 2d6 plus 12. 21.
What?
Because that's 2 more hits, and +6 on each of them.
All right, I'm not going to double check the math. It doesn't matter. You mutilate the body. There's blood stains all over Uncle Istvan's pale yellow teeth.
Mm-hmm. Is Uncle Istvan dead?
No.
Okay, good.
No. His robes are slightly cut up and tattered.
That is fine.
He's like biting at his ribs, but fine. There's no obvious enemies. So, I guess we can roll initiative for the next round.
All right. No obvious enemies. 1d10 plus 4. I will pop my head up in between rounds and scan. Look for enemies.
Yeah, you can make another perception check.
Nope. No more enemies. I will turn to the other one and make sure he's dead as well.
He's lying on the ground. You just like try to decapitate him.
Maybe. I won't know until I roll the hit. And then 1d20 plus 5 for the offhand weapon is, oh yeah. So maybe the axe into the shoulder blade and then the Bowie knife into the base of the skull over and over again. Oh yeah, the second Bowie knife stab is a real good one. I guess I'm just hacking these corpses to bits.
Yeah,
because I can't find an enemy.
I think the battle and the frenzy comes to a close, and we just see this scene. What was once a dense forest is now just a clearing with the mutilated remains of 3 elves within it. You wouldn't know they were elves to look at them at this point, but that's how it started. And maybe with that, we'll roll into our first break.
Ooh, hi. All right, well, we will see you guys on the other side of our break then with some more Dicing with Death. Bye.